Okay, so let's talk about what is a trusted threat. So I'm talking about cybersecurity, of course. A trusted threat is one that the attack happens and your computer or your network just cannot decipher it from a normal bad guy type attack. So these are happening all over the world. And if you think about the typical infrastructure of an organization, they've got some kind of next generation firewall. They've got advanced security technologies like whitelisting, blacklisting, web gateways, SIM. They've got probably like a FireEye, all sorts of technologies that are trying to stop and protect the infrastructure, stop these bad guys from getting in. So what the bad guys have figured out is that if they use keys and certificates, they can just mosey on through all of the technology that you've spent tens of millions of dollars on and pretty much evade it. Encrypted traffic has, by default, a trusted status associated with it. So this is becoming a real big problem. If you look at a lot of the information that Gartner's putting out, Forrester, to name a couple of the biggest ones, they're talking about how less than 20% of all organizations go ahead and decrypt SSL, to inspect the traffic. And then by 2017, 50% of all attacks are going to be delivered via some type of encryption. So we're calling these trusted attacks. They're really attacks on keys and certificates, leveraging keys and certificates. It's expanded since 2010 when Stuxnet was discovered. That kind of served as the blueprint, and today these types of trusted attacks are used via keys and certificates, on pieces of malware, infection points, and they evade all the stack of all of your security technologies because they're blindly trusted. So if you take a look at your enterprise security strategy and you think for a moment, this is how the bad guys are going to try to attack you. They're going to look where you have no visibility, no awareness, and you have no ability to respond. So if you take a look at all the investments you've made and you segment them out, according to security technology bucket, so to speak. So you've got, think about like identity and access management, VPNs, encryption itself, next generation firewalls, advanced threat detection like a FireEye. All of these do a really good job at detecting, known threats or even 0 days. But when you start thinking about keys and certificates being used to make an attack a trusted attack, you've got a blind spot. If you're not able to understand, when an anomalous key or certificate presents itself to your network, or if a device that's connecting to the network maybe has a stolen or forged certificate, you've got a big gap. And so the bad guys have figured this out, and now you've got a blind spot. So that's what a trusted attack is. It's one that uses keys or certificates. It's a new way in. Literally open doors where you don't have visibility into